This video brought to you by jadedpainting.com. If you need your miniatures painted to a tabletop standard, check out jadedpainting.com. Hey everyone, welcome back to my painting tutorial. My name is Jay and I'll be continuing my painting tutorial for this Chaos Chosen model from the new Dark Vengeance starter set. I continued working on the silver areas with an iron breaker highlight. As you can see, I'm using an overbrush or dry brush technique depending on the area, such as the gun. And now that the silvers are done, I started on all the gold areas by painting them Balthazar gold, a really nice base color for the gold colors. Consistent with Lead Belcher, Balthazar Gold gives great coverage with a single coat, and I'm actually very happy with this base color from the Citadel range. These gold areas included his helmet, or at least the front of his helmet, all the peripheries of his armor, as it's red surrounded by gold, all the symbols on his chains and his gun, and the symbol on his backpack. As you can tell, the step took a little bit of time as there were a lot of gold areas on the model, but the key is to take your time, make sure that you get a very nice, even coat before proceeding to the shades and highlights. When the base coat was finished, I gave all of these gold areas a black-brown shading comprised of a 1-to-1 mix of Agrax Earth Shade and Nuln Oil. This shading will get in all the recesses and darken them greatly. Plus, by adding Agrax Earth Shade to the mix, you give all the gold areas a nice, older, more worn-out appearance, which looks really nice on gold areas. Plus, it's always great that shading takes much less time than the base coat, so this step did not take me very long at all. When the black-brown shade was complete, I highlighted all these areas with Gehenna's Gold, which is a really nice warm gold color, and it's the first layer color associated with Balthazar Gold. For the helmet areas, such as the horn, I tried to do a nice gradient of light golds to dark golds, and as well as on the face. I wanted the brighter golds towards the areas where the light would be hitting. I also tried to focus on areas that would be most likely being hit by the light, so the top of the legs and the areas on his spike on his helmet and the uppermost areas on his shoulder pads. And finally, I gave all these gold areas an Orc Armor Gold highlight. This is a very, very bright gold, so I just focused on areas in which my light source was hitting, such as the top of the knee pads, the horn, the very front of the mask, top of the shoulder pads, and the gold chains. And remember that with each highlight you want to cover less and less of the previously painted surfaces. Next, I base coated all the eyes in the model, so the symbol on the chest, the symbol on the medallion on his chain, and on both sides of his gun with Calidor Sky. I highlighted these areas, so basically just focusing on the center of them with Lothern Blue, the very, very light blue that matches with Calidor Sky. Remember to keep a little bit of the Lothern Blue in the center and the Calidor Sky at the periphery. And finally, I painted very thin vertical lines on all these eyes with gray liner to make them look like pupils. Using white scars, I painted very tiny circles in the corners of his eyes to make them give him a shiny appearance, and then I used white scars to paint the entire symbol on his left shoulder pad. I purposely did not use ceramite white because I wanted a thin coat to barely cover the surface so you can keep all the nice details when using a wash. And for my last step of the tutorial, I gave the shoulder pad a wash with a 1-to-1 mix of Carroburg Crimson and Drakenhoof Nightshade. This will produce a nice dark purple, which will get in all the recesses and tint the white a little bit, and if you blend it properly, it'll come out really nicely and give a nice continuous gradient of dark purple to almost light white. And that's it. You now know how I painted up this Chaos Chosen model. As you can see, I went with a simple basing scheme of just some dark gravel and a little bit of grass tuft for some contrast to the armor. Overall, I think it turned out pretty nicely, and it was a pretty simple color scheme, as most of the model was just red, gold, and silver. But I really like these new models from the Dark Vengeance starter set. They look really awesome, they have some great detail, and they were really fun to paint. Hey everyone, my name is Jay, and I really hope you enjoyed this painting tutorial. Please like the video, leave comments in the comments section down below, and subscribe to my channel if you already haven't done so. It really does help a lot. So if you really want to check out my channel, please click on the link right up here. If you want to check out some of my previous videos, click on the link right here. And check out www.jadedpainting.com, my commissioned painting studio. If you want your miniatures painted to an awesome tabletop standard for a good price, check us out because we would love to paint your miniatures for you. So until next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting everyone.